Hey traders, just wanted to look at I guess Bitcoin, the altcoins, but also talk about real quick a couple things that have happened today. The Federal Reserve having its meeting. It's confirmed that the Fed has cut rates again, second time, and 2 months, two rate cuts, and they were both 25 basis points each, and so that leads basis points to range between 1.75 and 2%. And the median Fed policymaker projection is for no more further cut rates in 2019, but it's like mixed because 7 of 17 policymakers saw one more cut as appropriate. And consumer spending is up, in U.S. households, and crazy, right? U.S. residential construction hit its highest level since July of 2007 last month, and that's amid double-digit growth for the industry. So, cutting rates when the economy is looking, when there's certain aspects of the economy that look pretty decent. So, don't really know how that's going to affect alts. Doesn't look like it's affected them too much so far. It seems like it's probably a pretty good move for equities. Like you would think that moves like that would drive the stock market higher. That's exactly what Jerome Powell's cutting rates for. It's preventative. It's not because it's needed. It's to prevent it to be needed later, which I don't know how that's going to play out. But it really is to keep the stock market going up. So anyway, I don't really want to go too deep into that. I can do that on stream, but Bitcoin still in the downtrend. 10,168 hasn't really moved much, has it? And it is getting closer and closer to that downsloping resistance. When volatility picks up on this asset, the altcoins are going to be affected. Since the volatility has been lacking, since Bitcoin dominance has been dumping, it looks like Christmas on the watch list, right? You look at IOTA's up nearly 14%, and a lot of these are following through from the day before. They were already at 5 to 7%, right? So, real quick, why not just go through it? I think we should look at XRP first. Give me a sec. Sure got the right one. Look at this, man. This is beautiful. And it all started kind of with a Gartley. That was the last real pattern that existed on this asset before it went sideways and started showing Class B bullish divergence. And it broke to the upside. All right, wonderful. Broke out of the downsloping channel. And I think Ethereum finally has done that too. Go to the daily and just look at the projected targets. And this is just common retrace level stuff where you had a sell-off, and when you were at 51 cents, you sold off all the way down to 23 cents in about 2 months and went sideways. If you zoom out and look how insanely important these areas were to hold, you did hold, and you had about a freaking month to take an entry at a low risk area. And the reason, that wasn't the only reason, right? Critical area support. But what else do you want? You want coinciding variables, right? So not only were you at this insane area, you also were showing seller exhaustion on the MACD, and then after it hits the lowest point, started going sideways, started showing tail end RSI, bullish divergence, Class B. This is Class A, where you make a low, a lower low, lower levels negative Momo, but when you're making about the same low and higher levels relative strength, or lower levels negative Momo, it's Class B. All right, so still impending price action reversal is what that signifies, and it's gotten the price action reversal occurred. All right. So between 34 cents and 48.514 cents is the target area. All right. It's great to see that you broke this. That is huge if you're an XRP fan, breaking above that 29.5 cent area. All right. Stay above that long enough, you'll see these prices probably, right? Okay. Ethereum. It's just good to go over these. I haven't done a static video in a while because my PC's broken, dude. My other one. It really is. I tried doing my SEO last night on it. Nope. Just doesn't work, dude. Alright. Been looking at this one on log scale just because of the exponential losses and gains, right? So it's perfect the way this falling wedge looks. It broke out. Since the breakout, it's gone up a lot more. Really has been settling since yesterday. It hit its highest point around 216, 217 in the wee hours of the morning last night. And it's almost hit the golden zone, which is the beginning of its 223, 222, all right, right here. But the targets for trade on this falling wedge, yes, the trade, I mean, if you were watching the stream, I mean, I think I did static videos on this too. This thing was ready. There was literally nothing else that this asset could do to signify to us that there was impending price action reversal to the upside. And though it could have failed, it just gave too many signals, right? The triple MACD bullish divergence was developing, and then the tail end RSI bullish divergence, just like XRP did, it developed right there, kind of on a double bottom, and then the bullish engulfing candle on the breakout. And you've been rallying ever since. And if you're a swing trader, you're still waiting for 245 to take some profit, 269 to take most of your profit too. So, all right, that's Ethereum. Wow. Guess those are the, oh, no, let's go to Litecoin. Whatever, man. Litecoin. Killing it, dude. It's continuing to rise, going to 4 hour, getting to linear. Continuing, man. All right, since that breakout, nothing but up. All right, the geometrical breakout. Big deal, man. Momentum shift is what that signifies a lot. Though from the high point to low point, Litecoin has not hit the 23% retrace. You're very close, $82. All right, that's the cardinal rule for knowing that this is a valid anchor point for major swing low Fibonacci, right? But anyway, projected targets, if someone's trading this, are up here. It's between 94.35 and 114.16. Those are price action reversal areas. And I'm just talking about price action after a sell-off for, you know, an extended amount of time. Assets will then retrace commonly to 38% and then sell off again if they do. Commonly retrace 50% before they sell off again. Commonly retrace 61.8% before they sell off again. You see what I'm saying? So this is just simply trading stuff. I mean, we don't care where Litecoin goes to in the future, man. The future. But what we care about is the here and now and the breakouts and the ability to make money on this in a short period of time. Okay, and these are targets. All right, so Litecoin, baby. Very good. So that's like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin. Why don't we just go to a couple more, and then I'll get out of here. We can, like, mother God, XLM, 27%. But let's look at ADA, right? ADA, fantastic, big sell-off. It looks like, well, not too bad. I mean, it got as high as 5.553 cents, and has sold off, you know, a little bit, I guess. It looked a little worse, zoomed out, but all right, 4 hour, keeping it simple. You broke the down sloping structure, then you created the falling wedge. Then you hit the entry, 786 retrace from that previous low way down here. All right, the pattern completion zone. On the 4 hour, you know, I'm sorry, man. On the 4 hour, you started showing bullish divergence at the PCZ, and then on the daily, forget about it, man. Forget about it. Like, what do you even want? I mean, the daily divergence was building since the wedge started, since the inception of the wedge. And like, it kept building. RSI kept diverging. So on the 4 hour, you showed divergence on both oscillators. On the daily, you showed divergence on both oscillators. You showed a falling wedge after an impulse. That's exhaustion, reversal pattern. And not only that, you showed the more complex pattern, pretty much the bullish cipher that hit the 786. That's where one takes their entry at the 786 zone. Hit it. You were there for about a week, and then you were up. You tested that resistance once more, sold off higher low, and then busted out with a lot of other alts. And it's on its way. You know, this thing could go much, much higher if, you know, Bitcoin's volatility remains lower. But we know approaching an apex of a symmetrical triangle on Bitcoin that volatility is coming. Brace yourself. So it could derail a lot of these altcoins. And that's always been a variable that you must take heed of. All right. ADA. Hey, man, Neo. I love looking at these because Neo had a harmonic. It had divergence. It had tail end divergence. It had a downsloping resistance that it broke. And the fall through price action on the breakout has been pretty good today. All right. I mean, so you're approaching that first target on these butterflies. B is a decent one, right? I mean, if one takes their entry at the PCZ at the 1272, 1618, it looks like because of the divergence, critical thinking would lead one to believe that the 1272 was going to be the PCZ, right? Especially the tail end divergence at the end was beautiful. And so, this was talked about in stream. But yeah, B is a good target, 1059, right? Just like that's just how it works. C is another target, 1253, and another the high target is 1387. All right, so great for Neo on its breakout. I don't know if I can get this. Might have to redo it. I did it on my other screen, but it didn't save. Let me just redo it, I guess. I want to look at Monero because Monero is one that had not broken out yet, and people were like, where is there opportunity to buy? And it's like, well, let me show you again, dude, because here it is, right? The breakout. And let me make it the way I have it on the other one. Just clean it up. It's beautiful, man. All right. Good breakout momentum shift on Monero today. The 4 hour look good. Yeah. So this looks like it's trying to back test now. All right. So you see this resistance line here, right? So I don't have music on. I mean, I'm on my other PC, so I don't have like a lot of stuff I want. Can't switch screens yet. All right, so we have broken out officially. It was really early in the morning. I got an alert and like woke me up. And so look, you've broken the resistance. It seems like you've back tested the resistance, and you're just kind of engulfing right now. Not so great, but that's okay, man. Stay outside long enough of this resistance that will interpret to the market that this is over and a retrace can begin. And if you were to swing trade this, which there is opportunity here, and it may fail, but it's the same thing you're looking at like with Litecoin, where you go from your major high to low. We have hit a 23% retrace already once. You retraced at the, look, you reversed your price action at the 23% retrace initially. You sold off, made a higher low. Great news. All right. What I love about this one is if you look left, chat, look left, critical areas, you sprung to the upside. It's a spring, and you back tested the spring a multitude of times. It's beautiful price action. Wyckoff all over it. So this is good bullish behavior, and now you have momentum shift broken out. All right. So, excuse me, your targets. I think $93, $93.46 be a target for a trade in time. All right, a 50% retrace and a 61.8% retrace. If you want to go crazy, you can say it for a third target, maybe even the 786 or 886. All right, if you're so lucky to get up there, the 109. All right, so that's Monero. And we could go all day looking through these alts to see similar things happening. Ones that have already broken out, EOS, right? I think ETC. Others have already broken out, and then others have just broken out, and Bitcoin hasn't broken out. And you just got to wonder, when Bitcoin does make its move, what will happen to these altcoins? Maybe let me know in the description below. All right, if you enjoyed this, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks for your time. I'll see y'all live in a little bit. So until then, respect the TA.